time's knocking upon your front door.
We are back, everyone, and I'm here with Jon-Lee Campbell. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here, actually.
I love what you are doing. I've always been in the arts and entertainment world, kind of on the outer sphere. Like, I'm not good at anything, but I'm good at, like, they're good and you should talk to them, and they're good and you should listen to them. And can you tell everybody what differently abled entertainment is, and then we can go back to how you started and why you started it?
Yeah, Differently Abled Entertainment is a nonprofit organization. We are based out of Tucson, Arizona. We work with different marginalized groups to get better exposure in the entertainment industry, to kind of sum it up real nicely. We work with a wide variety of people with disabilities, both seen and unseen, LGBTQ, veterans, low-income families. We are trying to be like a gateway and a bridge to kind of make the entertainment industry more accessible to those that are having a harder time being represented, or even kind of getting into the industry at all, because it's pretty elitist and it's hard to get into. So that's what we're trying to do.
Like, it happens where someone is cast as someone who is fill in the blank, right? And as opposed to just finding someone who's talented, who has whatever it is they're trying to portray. Is that what happens?
Yeah, that happens quite a bit. And actually, I mean, according to Google, it's 26% of adults in America are considered disabled. But yet the disabled community is only represented in film and TV 1 to 2% of the time. And 95% of that 1 to 2%, they're portrayed by able-bodied actors. And so, I mean, that's just the numbers for the disabled community. This crosses over into a lot of those other marginalized groups as well. But yeah, that just kind of shows the numbers on that. Like, it's very hugely underrepresented and misrepresented.
Gosh. And you had a spinal cord injury when you were 16.
Correct.
Were you in plays, in theater, in entertainment before that, or was that something that you wanted to get into as you got older and realized there wasn't really space for you?
I have always loved the arts and performing, and I'd been involved in choir and in theater since I was very young. My first time on stage, I was like 3 and a half. I performed at a bluegrass festival. Oh. But moving forward, yeah, I was always like grade school, middle school, high school. I was a part of like every theater production I could be a part of. And then, yeah, after my accident, that was something that I wanted to continue with because I loved it. And I was a psychology major in college, but, you know, I kind of minored in theater, and I ended up with a theater scholarship, and the director of the theater department kind of took me under her wing and was like, "You're really great, but, you know, as an actress in a chair, it's going to be challenging." And she's like, "I want to train you on how to produce and how to direct. And so that way, if people aren't giving you opportunities, you can make your own." And so that's kind of what I've taken that. And she's no longer with us, Pat Ennis, but what she taught me within myself and what she, you know, brought out of me is just, it's something that I'm forever grateful for. And she was just an incredible mentor, and I'm just always grateful for her being just very blunt with me about the fact that, like, hey, like, this is going to be hard, and it's not because you're not talented, it's just because, like, the world is not accessible, and that's the truth, and it's the sad truth, and it's something that it's a truth that I'm working very hard to change.
Good. And that's why I wanted to have you on here, because I think it's so so important to talk about and to provide that accessibility. When did you realize, like, hey, I have to do something more than just be the person who is out there trying to get roles, like that I need to form an organization to help this?
Well, I had a theater company for a few years and I had to shut it down at the end of 2018 due to some health concerns. And I was looking at facing 10 months to a year to forever in a care facility because I had developed a sore and I'd been fighting it for a few years, and it's a whole story. But at any rate, I ended up being in the hospital for 10 months. I'm lucky to have healed and to move onward and upward. But one of the things that kept me sane in that 10 months was just thinking about, like, okay, I love doing the theater company, but I want to do more. And I want to do more, not only for myself, but for other people. And because it was like, yeah, I was running the theater company, but on the side, I'm still auditioning for roles and films, and I'm still pursuing my own things, as I still do today. I still pursue my own things aside from the organization. But it's needed and it's valid, and and just having something to kind of work on while I was laying there on bed rest for 10 months, like kind of stuck in a room. Luckily I was by a window, so I had a tree to look at. But I mean, this is one of the things that kept me sane, was just trying to build on like what this organization could be and what I wanted it to be for other people. This has never been something that it's like, I want it to be all about me. No, this is something that I'd really like to pass the torch on. I'd really like it to outlive me. I'd like it to be in other cities and other towns across the world, really. I feel that this organization is needed, and not just in Tucson, but everywhere.
Yeah, and if it would get to a point where it wasn't needed, that'd be the perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that would be the ultimate goal is,
Yeah.
I mean, if we got to that point where then, we were no longer necessary, because representation is like equal across the board for all different types of, walks of life or roles of life. But like, yeah, that is the ultimate goal, is to where, if we're not necessary anymore, that would be kind of pretty sweet.
Yeah. And then you could relax a little bit, maybe too, and not work so hard. So I think when people think about like entertainment in general, it goes right to like TV, film, maybe theater for some people. But can you talk about like the programs that you provide?
Yeah, we work with models, we work with musicians, we work with actors, and both people that are, the directors and writers and graphic artists, and just basically everything within the arts. And I know that encompasses a lot, but that's because no matter what project it is that you're working on, usually, and especially when it comes to like big campaigns, whether it's a modeling campaign or a movie or a theater thing, it takes a whole team of people from all different walks of talents to bring a project to life.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're trying to do, is kind of encompass all of those things. So far, we've helped over 35 models get their first publications in various magazines internationally. And, some of them were actors, some of them were musicians, some of them were just wanting to be models. But it's exposure and it's representation. And a lot of, those opportunities, like even for actors or musicians, it just shows that you're marketable. And it opened up doors to interviews for people and other gigs and other opportunities. And so, people don't really realize like how much like a photo shoot or being a part of some of those events can help you, with your own marketing and all of that. And so, we work with models. We do a lot of photos. We do theater shows. We've helped produce a few music videos. We've done a feature film, and we're in the works on a couple more feature films. And we are getting ready to do our very first all youth production for theater production. And so it's been something that we've been building up for and really excited about.
That's so exciting. And that opens in October, right?
Yes, it does. Those the middle weekends in October, it will run the 12th and the 13th, and then the 19th and the 20th of October.
And they can
Yeah.
go on your website for tickets.
Yes, yeah, tickets
Okay.
and all the information on pretty much everything we do is on our website. I am always needing more volunteers, though. We are fully volunteer based, and so a lot of even the website and stuff like that, I try to keep it as up to date as possible, but sometimes things are it's still a work in progress. We'll just say that as far as the website goes, everything's on there, but it's still a work in progress a lot of times because we are still just kind of a baby organization. We've actually only had our website for like a year now, and so we're getting there. Baby steps. It's all about the baby steps.
As long as I always tell people, especially in nonprofits, like as long as you're moving forward in any speed, like that's progress, and you should be proud of yourself for that, because it's so tough. The nonprofit world, I was in it for many years, and it's a very, very tough world to be in. And so as long as you're doing something, be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you're based in Arizona. Do you do anything virtually? Is it all kind of...
Yes, we do have a lot of virtual opportunities, and we do acting classes also that people can sign up for private acting classes to attend virtually if they can't attend in person. And we are working on, we're going to be doing a few virtual events coming up in the next few months. That's still kind of a work in progress. But yes, and we've had volunteers from other areas, other states and stuff like that. We helped coordinate an event last year and again this year in western Nebraska, like a backpack drive in a rural community out there. And so like I said, I want us to be other places. It's just it takes people in other places interested in what we're doing and wanting to get involved. And a lot of those things can happen virtually in the beginning, because luckily, and especially, I mean, there are some good things that came out of the pandemic. And one of it is like all these virtual type things are just kind of the norm now.
Yeah.
And so there's so much that we can do, virtually, as far as entertaining other people or getting people involved in the organization if that's something that they're interested in.
Yeah, and it makes it more accessible when you can do stuff online, which is great.
Yeah.
How can people support you and the organization? I know you're obviously looking for volunteers, but I'm assuming there's a donate button on the website.
Yes.
Okay,
we
good.
always have a donate button, and also quick and easy. I mean, you can just text DAE to 53555, and it'll send you back a text that sends you the link to donate, and it's super quick and super easy if that's something that that makes life easier for you. But yes, it is on our website. And donations, monetary donations are always very much appreciated, but also like raffle prize donations and other, just in-kind donations of things that we need, around the office. Like we always have a need. Like I said, we're still a baby nonprofit. We just kind of started. We started out of my hospital room, really, but then out of my bedroom. And in the last year, we've moved into a physical place, and where we can do our events and stuff like that. But we're still very much in that beginning growth stages. And so, any and all donations or volunteer efforts or anything like that is very much needed and very, 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 very much appreciated.
Can you tell everybody the website and the text to give number one more time before we leave?
Yeah. Our website is Our Day, like belonging to us, but OURDAE for Differently Abled Entertainment. We call ourselves Day because Differently Abled Entertainment is kind of a mouthful to say all the time.
That you can use,
Yeah, so it's ourday.org is the website, and then or you text DAE DAE to 53555 and to send in your donations.
Perfect. And we'll put all that stuff in the notes and in the comments, so when you're done watching, go click on all of those and support. Jon-Lee, thank you so much for stopping by today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This has been great.
Yeah, come back anytime. Anytime you guys are doing something you want to talk about, jump on here and we'll chat.
Awesome. I would love that so much.
Good, thank you. We will be right back after this, everyone.
A Head in the Count Productions is your go-to partner for all things creative, offering exceptional videography, photography, editing, and copywriting services. With a proven track record of delivering high-quality content, we excel at handling projects of any size or complexity with ease. Our team is dedicated to bringing your vision to life, ensuring that every detail is executed with precision and creativity. From concept to final product, A Head in the Count Productions works seamlessly to craft content that resonates with your audience. A deep commitment to excellence, combined with an ability to adapt to any challenge, is what makes us the perfect choice for businesses seeking top-tier creative solutions. A Head in the Count Productions, provoking thought through film.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. That was a great interview. I'm sorry, Jon-Lee, that her video was a little off, but her voice was great, and the message was on point. So make sure you go to their website, ourdae.org, and support them. And if you'd like to support this show, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/makeyourdayricher. And boom, you can support the show. And you know how much I love coffee. So there you go. What else do I have to tell you? Thank you for 23,000 views. 23,000 views. If you saw that at the beginning of the show, I cannot thank you enough for everybody who watches this show every day, who shares it, who tells me how much they love the theme song. I appreciate it very much. We're on our way to 1 million views, you know? Okay. I do produce and edit another podcast called Everyday Enchantment with Stacey Andon. Stacey has been a guest on this show, and she has a new episode out this week, every week, wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. And I want to show you a clip. It's with Jen Barron, who is an amazing individual. Take a look.
Our brains are problem solvers, and they love to solve problems so much that they will create problems in order to have something to work on. So if we know that, if we can be onto its shenanigans and really ask ourselves, one of my favorite questions is, how is this not a problem? Then we free up so much. Then we can be like, oh, maybe my brain is just a little bit bored, or maybe this is a pattern and I'm just used to it and I'm reinforcing it, you know? So yeah, exactly. It's,
I love that. I love that, just taking best life hack on the planet is just pause for a moment.
Yeah. I love Stacey and Jen. So make sure you look up Everyday Enchantment wherever you get your podcasts. Have you all seen the documentary Grey Gardens? There's a movie about it. There's a movie based on the play, but go watch the original documentary if you have not. I'm sure it's on Amazon or YouTube or whatever. But the dog went to the groom. My dog went to the groomer the other day, and of course they put a little bandana on her. And if you've never seen Grey Gardens, this is going to mean nothing to you. But if it is, hopefully this will make you laugh, because we saw the bandana and it just reminded us of Edie, and so we put it on her, and I can't stop laughing at this photo. That is Winter, who just looked like Edie in the documentary, and it's one of the best documentaries I've ever seen in my entire life. So go look up that documentary if you haven't, and then also show my dog some love by sharing this video. Okay, she actually held on to that bandana on her head for most of the day. It didn't bother her at all. She actually enjoyed it. All right, on tomorrow's show, we have Kathy Wise here, who is a self-defense instructor, a yoga teacher. She's everything, a personal trainer. She's been my friend for years now. She's been on my old show, and she's going to be back tomorrow to talk about back-to-school self-defense for those going back to college and the safety concerns about being on campus. So that's tomorrow. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be on the show or you'd like to advertise on the show, send me an email at makeyourdayricher@gmail.com and we will get you hooked up. All right. All right. We'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Have a great day. I love you. Goodbye.